Well, hello, lovely ladies. Um, Today has been quite an adventure. Let me just say that. I'm going to try to drop you down a little closer. There we go. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to work on the cat journal here. I should be broadcasting live on YouTube and on Facebook because why not? I don't know what it's doing, but it's not working today at all. And it's been hours. So I'm just giving up. I'm just going to give up and we're going to do it this way. Now, I haven't used StreamYard in a while, so this should be exciting to see if it's working, see if you guys can find me easily. Let me grab actually a link and put it in the Telegram channel just to make it easier for everybody to find me. Oh my gosh, it popped right up for me, thankfully. But it does look a little wonky. All right, let's see. I'm just going to drop this link over in Telegram to help all you gals out with finding me. There we go. There it be. Okay. Awesome. We're ready to go. We're going to work on this cat journal. Hey, April, thanks for saying hello. Thanks for letting me know this is working. Good gravy. It's been a day. I'll tell you what, it has been a day. But I'm ready to create and hang out with you guys. So say hello. Let me know that you're here. This is a new feature on StreamYard. Can you see on the right-hand side, it allows you guys to see the comments? How fun is that? Or at least I can see them. Can you guys see them over on the right? I can see them anyway. Yeah, there they are. Look at how fun is that? Oh, my computer's making all kinds of funny noises. It's just, I think that sometimes when these live broadcasts go through on my computer, it just makes it work really hard. It's like me walking up the stairs and it starts breathing heavy. And I think that's going on. It's breathing heavy. It's saying, what are you making me do here? This is a lot of work. I just want to see if this is working over on YouTube as well. And it is. All right. Awesome. I'm going to close that down. Good morning. Can you see them? How fun is that? Do you guys like that? I think it's easier because then you can close the comments. I don't know. You tell me. I've never seen anybody broadcast like this. But I would think you would be able to close the comments in the Facebook app and then just view them on that side. How fun is that? Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Vicky. Look at all you girls popping on in. Teresa, welcome. Welcome. Can it still, let me still do this? Yes. Look at this. You guys, can you do me a huge favor? Do me a huge favor. Share this, please. Because my following, it goes down a bunch and then I'll get 2 people. And then it goes down a bunch and then I get 2 people. So there's something really wacky. It's just not working well. So please share this if you can, or find anything on my page that you think is funny or fun or informative and give it a share. That would help me so much. Hey, Callie, how are you, girl? And there's Jamie. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm going to work on this cat journal. I did do a little video and shared it on the Telegram channel to show you what cat journal I meant. This is the cat journal that I've been working on. There's going to be one signature and it's all envelopes. Okay, so look where I am. I have 2 more envelopes to cover. Well, 2 more pages of envelopes to cover, and then we can sew this in. So I think we're going to get to that today. Let me just show you how cute these pages are. Seriously, I used one of the windows in this envelope. That was like a window envelope to make that little window of that cat there. And then this page opens up like this. A little bit of lace detail. So this is where we are. We got these 2 pages. I have all of these are my remnants, like papers that I've been using, decorative scrapbook papers that I've been using to decorate this. And then this is the kit that I found on Etsy that I'm using to decorate this. Now, if you are in the Craft Therapy Club member, I did share that kit link with you if you want it. I went out to Etsy. I found a cat journal printable that I liked, printed it out, and here we are. So I don't even remember the name of the vendor or the store, but like I said, I shared that inside the Crafty or the Craft Therapy Club. It's a rainy day here today too, Ruth. It is a good day to hang out and watch YouTube. Thanks for joining from over on YouTube. So yes, I am on both. Kim, you missed me? Girl, welcome back. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And Jennifer, she's fluffing the nest, girl. Thank you. All right, look what my new camera can do. Whoa, look at this. How fun is that it can zoom in on something I'm working on and it automatically will just focus in correctly. Isn't it so cute? Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I think so too. I'm loving it. All right, we got 2 more pages to figure out. I've got little fabric details all around in here, and I'm loving that. Let's look through these for a quick minute, because a lot of the pages in here are just too big for the envelopes that I have. So we're going to go shopping amongst them. See, like they're just, if this is that's going to be a journal page, tall and skinny. I could fit him. I could fit her, but just. I think this is where this is going to be in here. And see how dark that is? I think I want something a little brighter than that. So maybe put her on this next page. So here, she'll go here. Let's just see, what else do we got? Oh, haven't used her yet. And she's kind of bright. Can I fit her on here? Will she fit? Oh, yes. And I can get her little kitty too. We're doing it. We're going to put her here. She's already cut out. And she's brighter than the other one. So let's get her glued down here. Oh, I've got 2 different sizes going here. That's a little weird. But we can make this work. On some of them, like I lose their feet, I lose the cat, I lose something on these as I'm putting them down. And I don't want to lose, I don't want to lose the little kitty. If I put this right up, do I lose the kitty? I lose a piece of the kitty, but not a whole lot. All right, let's cut this down a little. Maybe that's the way to do this. I'm going to cut down. Aren't they so cute, Carol? I did share this inside the Craft Therapy Club. Those of you who are members of that club, I did give you the link to this Etsy. I also shared it on Whatnot. Now, this is a Whatnot. What I've been doing on Whatnot, every Monday at 8:15, I go live on Whatnot. Whatnot's not working today, so it didn't work. And I was impatiently waiting and waiting and waiting for it to work this morning, and it's just not doing it. So I decided I would come live here on Facebook and YouTube to share this journal. But what I've been doing is starting and finishing a journal completely on Whatnot, and I do them on Mondays. So now look where it's going to get cut off right there. I'm going to cut off a little bit more of this side, so I have more of the cat. My computer's just beeping at me, making all sorts of noise. All right, hang tight, girls. I'll deal with that later. Okay, let's see. That's much better. Not complete, but it's much better. I'm going to flip this and make a mark so I know how much of this I can fit. What are you guys all up to today? Anybody got anything fun happening? Going to lunch with a friend, volunteering somewhere, Bible study, church group? What's everybody up to? This is Craft and Chat. I'm going to craft. We're going to chat. You're going to fill me in on what's going on in your world. And I'll do the same. I went down last night. I was on watching someone when it quit. It was around. I have no idea, Cheryl. Cheryl wants to know what's going on with Whatnot. Cheryl, don't we all want to know? Don't we all? I have no idea. It's being a pill, though. It's being a pill. Okay. I like it. I have been wrapping the paper around this edge to cover it. So before I glue her down, let's find something for here. And this is what I mean. So see this one piece of paper, it covers the foldable edge there. Should be the same on this side. See, it's covering that because it's covering the juxtaposition between two envelopes, which can be kind of ugly, right? Like that can be kind of ugly. Oh, did I leave this open? Oh yeah, looky, I got to consider that too. I've left myself a little window there. So I am going to put something in here. Think, Grace, think. Yep. I'm going to put a piece of paper here that is going to also kind of go behind here a little bit, just so it's not so ugly, if you know what I mean. So let's just get a piece of paper that we think we want. This would be a repeated paper if I used this. I have already used it, but I don't think I want that next to that. No, that's a no. That's a no. I like building my books this way, honestly. Let me just see if she has another piece in the kit. It doesn't appear so. So she's blue. She's got a little bit of pinkish red in her dress. Like that might work, but it's not big enough. I actually do like that a lot, and I only have a couple of pieces of that left. So let's see if we can make this work. Because I like the fact that it picks up the color on her dress. Let's zoom you in a little bit more. So it picks up that color on her dress really nicely. So let's see if we can make this work. I could probably do a couple of different pieces, just piece together. Let's see. That goes kind of enough in. So I'm going to cut this one here. I really like to repeat the papers so that it looks really cohesive. So this actually, I want it to like cover up the inside of this a bit. And I could actually take this and fold it here and glue that down there if I wanted to. So let's just see, that could be there. And then I could continue with this same. I have more of it. But look at, see, I glued this down so that it stops right there. So I'll have to do something different right here, which is fine. Fabric will do that nicely. Maybe instead I'll pick a different piece that I have. Perfect. That one will work perfectly. And then I can put something fabric here probably. Just see what happens if I have this here lined up. And that's the end of the line for this one. Yeah, I could do that. If they're overlapping each other a little bit, which, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know me, I'm super frugal. So it probably, there's the end of the red paper right here. So it overlaps by about an inch, but I can live with that. We're going to glue these down. So actually, I'm going to start gluing these down on this side. I have my folds established, clearly. Get out a glue stick. This is just watercolor paper that I use sometimes to help me glue. All right, let's chat in the comments while I'm working. Jeannie's making some cards today. It's a whatnot card. It's going to save you some money today, Cheryl. If it's not working, that's so funny. Friend, you're funny. You funny girl. I was trying to support some other sellers by hanging out in their shows and chatting with them while they were doing their shows, and it just was not working for me. And then when I was like, oh man, when I go live, it's probably not going to work. And sure enough, it did not. So it's just being a bit of a pill, if you say it that way. All right, now what's the best way to do this, Gracie? Here's my fold. I fell yesterday. You want a full report of what's going on in Gracie's world? My husband and I went for a walk yesterday. And I was joking with him because somebody cars drive by in our neighborhood, and unlike where I grew up in Massachusetts, everybody waves to each other here in North Dakota. Even if you don't know people, you wave. So I was giving my husband a little heck because every car that went by, and these would be our neighbors, right? I mean, these really are neighbors. New development, new neighborhood in our area where we were walking, where Chris has been doing a lot of landscaping work because they're new. It's a new development, so there are new homes there. So the people who were driving by were waving at him. I'm assuming I was teasing him. This is how it started. It was the waving, but I was teasing him, and I said, "Oh my word! Every woman in the neighborhood's waving at you," because you're like, we have this joke whenever I need something at home, or like, something goes wrong. If I need a plumber, if I need like my car to be worked on, something's going on with the tires or something, anything like that. If something's happening, we have a joke. My husband will say, "Call your other husband." Like when he's out of town and I need help with something like my tires, call your other husband, meaning our friend Kevin, who owns the gas station where I would get like windshield wipers or get my gas or things like that. And he's like, "Call your other husband." And the first time he said that, I said, "What are you talking about, my other husband?" He said, "Call Kevin. He'll help you. He's like your other husband in town. When I'm never around, he's always helping you." So I said to him, "Oh my word, all these ladies, you must be the other husband." Their husbands are saying, "Call Chris about the lawn, about the sprinkler system, about all these things." Oh my gosh, we were having a laugh. But while we were joking and laughing, I biffed it. I totally was not paying attention to the blacktop, and the ditch is gravel. And my foot went off the blacktop, and of course my ankle turned, and with the turn of the ankle, Gracie went crash, boom, bang. So that was what I fell yesterday. I've got my hand landed here in the gravel. My knee is so my other knee. So last summer I fell, and my left knee got the brunt of it. Yesterday it was my right knee that got the brunt of it, and my left ankle. Like I was up all night. I could not sleep because I was. I did take some Advil. I'm trying to get this straight. It's a little hard when it's got sticky glue on it, but we're going to do our best. It actually would be better to line up this side first, because then I can use the straight edge of this to make sure that I'm lined up properly. But here's the thing. I need to know where this little funky thing ends. Like here. It needs to go like right there. There's a method to my madness, girls. I know you cannot imagine, but there really is. Hopefully right here will fit fine. All right, get in there, you. I'm tucking you in for a good old nap. You're going to stay there forever. Forever and ever. Oh, see, look at, I got a little problem right there. It's a little bit wonky right there. Just split it back open. There we go. That'll make it easier in the end. Anyway, yeah, so I biffed it yesterday. I'm going to leave this loose because I don't know if I'm going to use this whole thing or not. So we're just going to leave that for now while we work on this side. Remember, she's going to go here. And then I just need a piece of something. Washi tape, fabric, something. What I also need is my fan because I'm having a wicked hot flash right now. Yeah, I'm fine, except I couldn't sleep last night. Like I said, my hand's got this little divot in it. My knee is a mess, a bloody mess. Could not sleep, and it's raw today. So I have like basically a moo-moo dress on right now because I can't even wear pants because my knee is so scraped up, and anything that touches it, it hurts. So it needs to just dry up a little, and then I'll be fine. And I'm gimping a little because my left ankle hurts. All right, I had to go get my fan, girls. Ooh, my doctor said you're going to be having some hot flashes as we work on getting your hormone levels right. Oh my gosh, she weren't kidding. It has been bad this weekend. That was the other thing last night. I was like hot flashing every 10 minutes. So it's cold and then hot and then cold and then hot. It just, to be a woman, I tell you, to be a woman. Let me see. Do I think I will just put a bit of fabric there because I've been really enjoying these itty bits of fabric in this book. So let me see if I can find something worthy of this book. So I have a couple of these bins with just itty bitty scraps of fabric. So let's see if we can find one that's long enough. Yep, this one's long enough. just, and I think I actually used this fabric somewhere else on the book. I did. It's on the inside cover. I'll show you in a minute. So let's cut this, or we want to wrap it. I love that it's all scrappy like that. All right, let's just put it down and see what happens here. I'm going to go like this, trying not to stretch it. That's the only thing when I'm using fabrics in my books. I try really hard not to pull really hard on them and stretch them. I try to let them lay just as they want to be. That way it doesn't pull on my papers, if you know what I mean. So this, oh my gosh, it's perfect. It could just be right there. So I'm going to leave all that until I get to that side. Right now, this is the side I'm working on. So now we can put her down. She can go in place right here. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? How cute is this? Yeah. Your other husband is Jody. All right, let's all give props to our other husbands. Who's your other husband? The person or people, husbands, who help you when your main squeeze is out of town or isn't able to help you. Like my husband he has a construction management degree, so he has basic knowledge about households, like maintenance stuff. But there are times we just need a plumber. Like he can't fix this. He doesn't have the tools. He doesn't have the equipment. We need a plumber. So I have to call the other husband. Who is he? Who's your guy? It's nice. We don't really have a general handyman person. We have like specialists. My electrician's name is Brent. My plumber's name is Eric. There's a different dude for each profession, for each skill set. Isn't that funny? All right, I'm going to do a double doozy of a glue here. I'm going to do a bit of this and a bit of that. We're going to do some of this glue stick. Wait, it's very, very, very sticky. It's permanent, so that's good. And then I think I will add just a tish of liquid glue if this thing is going to work today. Let's just see if it's going to work. You don't have another husband, April? Girl, I'll lend you one of mine. I don't have another husband. Mine doesn't even do anything. It's all me. Ruth, you are a self-secured woman. You do not need anybody then. But I have the best son-in-law who takes very good care of me. Isn't that awesome? God bless them. God bless the men in our lives who take care of us. Well, and the women too. But I'm specifically telling you this story about my other husband. Well, I think my husband, it never occurred to me that my husband with our landscaping business, that he is somebody else's other husband. Like, you know what I mean? Never occurred to me. But everybody was beeping at him yesterday. I was like, good gravy, you're popular. I think, where are we going here? I think I was thinking about this all wrong, but we're gonna go with it anyway because I'm already here. I think. Oh, you need to go down the Tish, girl. Girly girl, get your buns down here a little bit. But I'm really excited and happy to hang out with you guys today, even though it was quite the ordeal to get to this point where I'm live. I mean, what an ordeal today was with whatnot. Come on. Shut it. And I did see other people struggling, and I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those days, is it? All right, let's just flip it over. We have it there. It's not going to hurt anything. This piece of paper that I have practiced things, painted things, glued things, it's got to go. It's just seen better days. It's got to go. All right, let's see. Now, this is my, we'll get your fold reestablished there, girl. Here's my fold. Oh, I'm not liking the way this looks. Look right there. I don't like that. We're going to cover that up now with a bit of paper. Now that I've opened it all the way, I might as well just cover that up with a bit of something right here. I don't like it. First of all, all you little bits. All you little bits. Come on. Stop it now. Let me find something that I can put in there. Just, it can be anything, really. I have this little bit of painted paper. I just need a bit of something. I'm going to glue it down, and then we're going to tear it off just because I don't have full coverage there and I'm not liking it. See, too much white right there. Now, I don't even need it to be straight, honestly. It's just going to cover here. And then I'm going to use a ruler and I'm going to tear that off right here. Roll this straight in. There. Then I don't see a bit of envelope there. That's okay. Okay. Now, this in the book, this is not what I was thinking in terms of how it's going to be. I think I can shut my fan off. The hot flash is over. This actually they're not even going to be together, these two. Chase Louise Grace, these are going to be together. This will be open so I can stuff something in there, which would serve a purpose. How, Grace? Yeah, right here. See? You can stuff a tag or something in there and make that decorative. In the meantime, now I have to decorate this, keeping in mind I have one more envelope in here. So these two are going to be together. Now, I have a pocket here. I don't think I'm going to keep it. I do want to keep this one right here because of that. I did not glue that down well, so let's do it right now. He's someone else's husband. Someone is talking to her husband at night saying, I called my other husband today. He came and fixed the irrigation system, or he's going to take care of that dead grass in the backyard or whatever it was that, you know, going to be building our fire pit for us. That's the big joke, you know, because I don't have a fire pit. I don't have that kind of landscaping at my house, but that's what we install. So that's all of our local radio ads are based on the fact that mom does not have a fire pit of her own. Not funny. Yeah, we have a lot of joking in our family. We do a lot of joking with each other. Okay. Now here, I think I'm just going to go plain paper here. I only have this little spot for a window. It's not very big. So you can do a couple of things. Sometimes for a window, I do this. Where's that kitty cat? I'll use my oval punch, my oval paper punch to punch a hole in it. And sometimes I tear. And tearing works, right? So let's get some paper that I can tear that I can put right here. So like here's a good neutral. Actually, I have a bit of this size, so let's not use a full sheet if I don't need to. I like to use the remnants of what I have left from what I've created so far. So this can go here, and then I can tear it to the size I need in that little window. So we're going to cut it here. It's my everybody, I need more table space. That's my biggest issue when I'm creating, live or not. I don't have a lot of table space, friends. Okay, here, that's going to go there. That's the right height. Now I need it to be the right width. And that will be, I always mark on the back side if possible. It's going to be, oh, this whole thing is covered right here. I have that strip that came from the other side, so I don't have to go all the way to the edge. It might be interesting if I didn't. So let's cut it right here. Anybody creating today? What are you working on? Talk to me, friends. Let me check the comments. One is bad enough. No kidding, Cheryl. Gosh, they're a lot of work, aren't they? I mean, we love them, but they are a lot of work, these men of ours. Okay, this is going to go here. Pretty neutral. Cute, right? But I have to get that window cut out somehow. What I usually do is just use my finger to feel where that lip is, but this one you can't really feel a whole lot. So I know it's about, I don't know, how big is that? Little ruler, help me. This is about more than half an inch down. So I know that my window needs to be, I'm going to go here like this. Then this is the center. And then it needs to be about a half an inch down at least. So I'm going to move this over just for a second so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to use the grid marks on the table to line up my paper. Okay. Is that too close? Maybe. Nope. The other way, Gracie. There. All right. I'm using the grid marks on the table. Okay. I'm going to line up my center mark, which I put right here. That's the bottom of my page. So I'm going to line that up on this main white line on my table, and I'm going to make a line going down. So I know this is the center of my window, where my window is going to land. But remember, this is my top. It's going to be like this on here. So now I know there's my center line. It's very, very light. It's right here, just to make it easier for you to see. Okay, there's my center line, and I need to go a half inch down. So again, line up on my table. I said a little more than half inch, right? So this is the 1 inch mark right here. I'm using my table to tell me that. From here to here, 1 block is 1 inch. So here's my 1 inch mark. And then how long is this thing? I went 1 inch down. Then if I am making them here to at the 4 inch mark, I would be safe with that window. So 1 inch to 4 inches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 here. This would be safe. And then how wide is it? I'm just making myself some general marks so I know about how big to make this window. This window is 1 1/4 inch wide. So if 1 1/4 inch from that center mark, right? Like here's my center mark. If I know my ruler is 1 inch wide, which it is, let's get this line back up. This is how I work, girls. It's like it's the measurements, it's the math that makes sense to me. So here, nobody's going to see any of this because it's on the back. From here to here tells me that's 1 inch wide. So I know I can cut that out, basically. And I should be safe. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, girl. I'm thinking that I'll be safe if I cut that out. So I'm just going to, I usually tear. I'm not even going to do it today. We're just going to do this because I'm not in the mood to be monkeying around with no tearing. We're going to try to do this. Can't see it. Go this way. And we're going to try. I'm not super precise. You know me. I don't like precision. It just drives me batty. But we're trying to be semi-precise. Look at this. Tells me, see that? I can see exactly where my line is. See what I'm doing? I'm using the ruler on the inside to cut that paper. Hopefully that will be right where, let's see, when we glue it down. Heck yeah. Now when I stuff something in there, some little tag or something, it could be decorative and it's going to be covered nicely. That was the goal. That was the whole goal. And we did it. We did it, girls. We did it. So that's it right there. All righty. Now we just glue it down. All right. My phone is a buzzing. Why? Who's trying to talk to me? Time sensitive. Don't forget to, if my phone said, don't forget to log your calories. Oh, I know. I know. Anybody else calorie counters? I'm trying because I'm trying desperately to lose some weight. So I thought I should probably pay more attention to what I'm eating. This is, remember that it's got to go this way, but I need to get some glue on it. Hang tight, girls. I'm going to get one of my glue books. One of my glue books. I just use catalogs. I just use old catalogs for glue books, meaning I can get to the edge of my paper and glue down. And when that page gets all gluey and messed up, I either turn it over or rip it out and start a new one. Now I want this to be glued down well, so I'm going to make sure I get all the nice glue on here. Now this, it's all got all that glue on it, so you either fold it over or just tear it out of there and throw it out. Don't throw your old cattle hugs out. It's a really handy thing to have. Okay, now this little bit of fabric is going to be in my way. I need you to stay here, please. It's a bit of fussy cutting and figuring, but the end result is always so good, and it feels so good when it's all completed. Look how cute that's going to be. Now I can figure, I've got all three of those sides. Now I just have to figure this side. It is an envelope. I could keep the envelope. I don't think I will, though. I think I'm just going to close that in. Let's start with that. Oh, I got a glue, like a, that's all glue. Just like a little ball of glue came off there. You can feel the bulk. Okay, this doesn't need, obviously doesn't need to go all the way. It can, but it doesn't need to. Let's figure out what else we're going to use on this page to cover it up before we move on. I have this little bit of painted paper I just used. I just piecemeal things together, girls. It's what I do. And I like to use the same papers throughout the book so that everything's cohesive. Like, actually, this is the same paper that's on this side, so that would make sense to put that there. I don't need it to go down that far. See the overlap between these two? So I will cut this right at this line right here, right underneath the France. I'm going to cut it right there. So I can salvage that bit. You never know when I'm going to need it in this book again or something. And if I continuously use the same papers throughout the book, that's how everything ties together so nicely. There, this is going to go right here. Book. Oh, it's just, I'm pushing too hard and I'm getting gobs of glue. Taking out my frustrations on my poor paper. Let's get you down a little further there. That catalog, oh my gosh, I tore the top of the front of it off. Lisa, let me see if I can find out for you. Hang tight. I tore the top, the front of, oh my gosh, I have to go all the way over here. Lisa, just hang tight, honey. Just give me a minute to get this in place. It's stuck to my finger more than it's stuck to the page. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. You're supposed to go this way. Thank you very much. April, I saw you say, I fall all the time. I've just been getting, you know, I told my husband I'm going to need one of those buttons on my chest. And I can't get up. What is with me? I think, you know, as I get older, my balance just isn't as good. And I really need to work on that because I refuse to be like constantly suffering through the days. I must be getting a delivery. Somebody's on my porch or on my drive, my walkway. I can hear it. We have a wood walkway in front of the house. And somebody just walked. So I must have had a delivery to the house. That must be it. Okay, so remember, this little thing is going to go like that. So these two pages are going to mimic each other, actually. That's crazy. Why are you struggling to fold, though? What is it? This page is just a tish too long, I think. Maybe just like the smallest itty-bitty bit. I'm just going to take a sliver off here. Yeah, that must have been a delivery of some sort. Hopefully Happy Mail. I like Happy Mail. All right, this is probably still sticky, not bad. I'm going to just turn this over and we're going to glue. I didn't forget your question, Lisa. I'll look at that in just a second here. Let me get this part done. Yeah, this permanent glue works even on this fabric, which is nice. Now, this fabric is just a tish too long right here. I don't know if that's going to hinder folding this. It's going to make it a little bulkier, obviously. I think I'm going to tear that or cut that off because I don't think I'll like that there. So I'm just going to cut this little itty bit. You know what? It'd be easier if I fold it this way. We don't need, sometimes the added bulk isn't helpful. All right, and here, and then this should be open still so that I have my little window right there. Okay. Now, on the pages that are more plain, I'm not worried about this at all. I'm trying to use the pages in the book that have a picture, but I personally do not like my journals to have pictures everywhere because then the focal points are so cute. I don't want to cover them up when I'm working in the journal. So I like to have a focal point, but I also like to have plain pages that where I can, because I use my journals where I can glue down a photo or make a pocket to put like an airline ticket or something in it. So when they're plain like this, it's purposeful so that I can then add my own stuff on there, if that makes sense. Okay, so this page is pretty much done. This is wanting to pull up. Let me just secure this down. See that little edge wants to come up right here. My corners, girls, you know me. I'm always in my corners. I have one page left now in this book to decorate, and that is this envelope here. My son's name on there, Gannon. So let's see. These are all envelopes, right? And so it's tall and skinny journal, all envelopes, either glued together or just folded in half, either horizontally or vertically to make it long. Now, this one, you can keep this, you can get rid of it. It doesn't really matter because I won't be making the envelope something that I can open, right? So it doesn't matter to me that I lose. This is all going to get glued down. But because you've got two pieces of paper here, then I'm going to add paper on top, paper or fabric on the back. They do get a little bulky, which I think is nice. I think it gives the pages some heft. Now I have this and it's fabulous. And oh my gosh, look at it. It's perfect, girls. It was meant to be. I'm just going to cover, I think, this with one side of this with this. Hold on. Let me get a cut point. I'm going to cut it right by you. It's really thick cardstock. So it'll give this page some heft. All right, Lisa wants to know what this catalog is. Oh my gosh, it doesn't say on the bottom. I think it is Boston International. It's a wholesaler, so you have to buy like everything in bulk. It's not something that you can just go buy an apron from, or it's for retailers so that, we can sell things. Look, I mean, at this rate, I know all of these are envelopes. Really, I could just make this a page in here. I could, right? It doesn't even have to be an envelope. Should I cheat on this one last page and just make this center one? Oh, where are you coming from? Oh, you're a double. That's why. You're fold out, flip out. Okay. What should I do? Should I just cheat with this one? It is kind of pretty. It's different than everything else that is in the book. Is very modern looking, actually. All the other pages I picked are very masculine, modern looking pages. This is fabric, so that's floral. We have some hearts there. It's very different. I don't know. Now I'm starting to second guess myself. Give me your advice on this foil paper. Do you like it? Don't you like it? Should I glue it to the envelope? Or should I just use it as is? If the envelope opens, you can slip the paper inside and score the paper inside the window parameter. Callie, if the envelope opens. Oh, sure. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So from this back side, put the paper in here. Yeah, I think I got it, but I like that you shared the idea. You do like the chest page with it? Chest page. What is the chest page? Debbie, what does that mean? Chest page. You like it. Vicky likes it. All right. All right, kids. I need your feedback. I really appreciate it. I may. All right. So here's the thing with these two that I'm going to point out. Do you see this envelope here on this right side is smaller than this envelope? So I have this happening. So when I put something else down, I actually really like this, but it could drive you batty if you don't know that this is how this works. When I put this down, if I put it down all the way on the bottom, when I close this, you're going to see foiled paper sticking out. I happen to like that. If it bugs you, like if you really like everything to be really uniformed, then you're going to want to use all the same size envelopes, right? I prefer it to be a little wonky and have things sticking out that make me wonder, like, oh, what's in there? I want to open it up and see. Makes the book more exciting to me. So I think I'm going to position this either all the way up or all the way down, so it's poking out a little bit like this. And this is the last of all the pages. So I would be sewing in here. This is the center of my journal. I have to come up with something for in here. So let's put this back in the book. I'm super visual, so I really need to see all this stuff together before I decide. I only get one more page in here, so what will it be? Let's grab what I have left from the kit for pages. Get my fan out of the way. It's taking up too much room. That's what I have left. They're probably, see, they're all probably going to be too big. They're so cute, though. Can I fit these two guys? So if I did these two guys in here, they would be cut off. Oops, sorry. It would be cut off right there. That would work. I could fit them on there. Actually, I could fit all of these cats on here if I cut that right there. Do it. Okay, I don't listen. We do not have to get that technical about all this. We can be really simple. I'm going to cut this around this. You can tear. Tear might be easier. I have it in place where I want it. Parts that I want. I want it right here. So I'm going to make this as simple as possible. We're going to lose a few cat ears here. Sorry, girls. Won't lose your ears. I can't see without like putting my head in front of this TV or the camera. Sorry about that, girls. And I just need to cut that. So actually I can glue this down and then cut it. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. The cat paper, aren't they printable? They are printables, Judy. I shared them inside the Craft Therapy Club for members here on Facebook. And I also have been sharing them on Whatnot, the Etsy link to this kit because they are cute. And somebody, one of the ladies in the Craft Therapy Club went in and got it off Etsy, bought this kit. And she noticed she also has a dog, it looks similar, but she also has a dog kit. That's doggies. Doggies. How much is that doggy in the window? Does it matter which side goes? I like this one better. And then we're going to line these up. Nope, just a tish off on this edge. Look. right there. Just see that tiny bit of white right there? It's not the end of the world. It's fine. If you're watching from YouTube, hello, hello. I see there's a lot of folks from Facebook. Hello, hello. If you don't know me, my name is Grace. Live here in North Dakota. It's just a new, I was going to say with my husband and kids, but right now, just my hubby, because my kids both went off to school this year. I'm an empty nester for the first time. I got a little bit of bubbling happening here, so let me focus on this fold and these bubbles right here. Where are you coming from? They are really cute. All right, this will be the center of my book. Here we go. Look, I'm going to have that surprise foil right there. And then we're going to have these guys in the center. Okay, now I just have to decide positioning on. Look at that little eyeball. Like, hello. It's really cute. See, that's the stuff I love. All right, now I have to figure out positioning like of all these pages. So we're going to start from the beginning and we're going to figure out where I want these positions so I know I'm going to clip them together. That way I can sew them into the book. So give me a second to just put away a few supplies here off my table, things that we're not going to use anymore. So I have some room. My poor knee, I just scraped it. Okay. Here's what we're going to figure is where do we want these layers? I think I'm going to go low with this one, lining up with the next page on the bottom. Okay. And then let's put this aside for a minute. This next one, I'll go toward the middle. No, I want to get that little eyeball right there. I want that to stay. So we're going to go there with that one. I'm going to drop this one down because you can't see it from the inside. This one I'm going to center. Can't see it from here. Now here's this little, I want his eyeball poking out right there. Right there. Hello there. Little eyeball and whiskers hanging out. That's so cute. I might drop you just a little further, actually, so I can see more of that face, that little kitty face. So these are all in good position. Now, this is next. Can't see it, but from here, can't see it from this place, but from here, how do I want this? That's good right there on the bottom. A little bit. Now we're at the center, and on this one, I think I'm going to go up all the way because I don't like this red. Oh, sorry. Nope, wrong positioning. I don't like this red showing here. So I think I'm actually going to jump this one up because I like that better. See what I'm saying? And yeah. And then we'll have that. And then the flip through on the other side. Let's just make sure we like it. See how this page is very plain. I have lots of things from this kit that I can put there. Oh, and perfect. You can see him there. This goes like this. And then like that. Okay, so I need some clips. I moved my clips to make them easier to get it. I need to clip this down. I do not want to sew this into the center of my book. So let's start by clipping that down. And then everything is right where I want it to be. Let's not mess it up, Gracie. We're going to carefully open it back up to the center. Here's my center. And this is where I want everything. I don't want anything to move. So let's get some clips and clip things down. The eyeball, isn't that so funny, Maureen? That little eyeball poking out right there. All right. Now you need to have really good contact with this place here. I call it this little V where your pages all meet and where you're going to sew. You really want to have nice tight contact there as you're poking holes through things. This is bugging me a little bit. It's like this wide profile is bugging me a little bit. So I'm going to replace that with one of my big, where are they? These clips. Because it has a flat profile. All right, we're going to take this off for a second. This is driving me batty. So we're going to move this here. to hold that lace so I don't sew it in place. Everything is basically where I need it. Doesn't matter where you put your clips, just as long as you're comfortable with working with it as you're sewing. This is pretty thick, actually. One last thing before I sew that I should have looked at is, do I want to put any more stitching? Like I sewed around this. Is there any place else that I want to stitch with my machine before I... This is a little pocket right here. Because we can glue. I love to have like lace trim hanging off the edges or on the bottom at the top of these pages. They can be sewn, but they very easily can be glued. I'm just trying to see if there's any place where I have fabrics that I want to... As long as it stays in. That was not a good clip job right there. Be patient with me, girls. I'm going to just look real quick and see. This wouldn't be bad to have a stitch there, but not necessary. It's like not required. Same thing with this page. I think I am going to stitch this page. I know it's a little fussy. It goes all the way up top. I have to remember that. It goes all the way up top. I'm going to slip it out of here. I'm going to leave this open like this so I know where to put it. And this right here, I'm going to add some stitching to, because I just think it'll be a nice addition. If you don't have a sewing machine, don't fret. You can still create pretty books without a sewing machine. If you have a sewing machine and you're not using it for your books, maybe you'll want to start. You love the kitties? Me too, Kim. Hey, girl. Thanks, Carol. Carol says she loves... I can put this up here. She said she loves the colors and the pictures. Love, not live. Okay, hold on. She loves the kitty peeking out. It worked out perfect. Meow. That eyeball. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. Fun. Your comments are so fun, girls. Thanks for chatting with me. You just went and got your mail and the birthday card is in the mail. Yay. You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. I've been sending all the ladies. I always send a little treat on the club members. When it's their birthday, I send them a card in the mail, little snail mail, happy mail, and I include something. And it's either going to be like a... Usually it's an antique postcard, but it could be anything, right? So I do love to include little treats. We're going to turn this on. I'm just going to do a little stitches, witches. We're just going to do a little bit. Hold on, get my little foot plate ready. I'm going to drop this in here and do a little stitching. And I have this piece of fabric here as well, which I think is such a pretty little... It's actually, I think it's the salvage from that fabric, and it actually worked out. It's just a really nice soft transition between these two papers. Here, there's my lace trim. It's all glued down. It's going to stay fine. I'm just going to add some, just around the edges, I'm going to add some stitching just because I like it. And let's do something decorative. Let's do this one. And let's just get doing it. Get doing it. I don't need it to be perfectly placed or any of that jazz. We're not worried. We're just doing something pretty, as Debbie said. It's perfect. I can hardly see the edge of the paper here because I've got my fabric going over the edge. Whoops, over the edge. Oh, talk about aggressive sewing here. But we're still going to stitch. There, done. Whoops. Whoa. Sorry for the big noise. Move this aside. And I'll show you what I did here. So just a little bit of stitching. So the goal was to stitch around here. Okay, and I did. But it shows up over here, which can be very cool. It's a very cool additional like texture and element to your book. Now, I don't think I need, sometimes I let these hang. Sometimes I cut them off. I do keep them because I make my little fabric, my little thread nests with them. Okay, remember this was in here all the way to the top. So I'm going to try to slide it back in and get it all the way to the top. I'm going to have to unclip you for a second there, Chief. Chief. All right. I think we're ready. Are we ready, girls? Should we sew right now, or if you had it for the day? I mean, it would be nice to get this sewn into the cover. The cover started, oh, the reason this started as a cat journal. Oh, I did lose my spot there. I better get all my clips in place before I get too far ahead of myself. Hang tight. Hold, please. Let's get this back together. Oh, Gracie, what's going on with you? Just being a little brat. I could still see my little kitty eye there. That's important to me. What time is it? It's 12:30. I've got some cruise things to do, some stuff to get ready for the cruise. This is where we left off. I mean, beautiful. So it started out with this cover, and I had grabbed this kitty. Hi, Maureen. I grabbed this kitty fabric from my local thrift store. It was there with, it was just a pack, and it had all these fabrics in it. So I used them to create the cover. And then when I did that, I thought, oh man, if I could find a kitty journal. That prompted me to go to Etsy to find this sweet kitty journal kit, printable kit, and we're well on our way to having a kitty journal. And I will decorate this front with something. You know, I have all these leftovers from the kit. She's real cute. She would be cute on the front, wouldn't she? She might be the one. Sitting on a stack of books. I mean, looking adorable. I also have, I mean, the kit came with all this other stuff. I'll show you quick. Let me just separate. Oh, I have another couple of pages here. Hold on. I'm not promoting this kit. I mean, I'm just showing you what I'm using here. I don't even remember the name of the person who made the kit, but it is fantastic. So it has this, and I've used one of these clearly. And I guess I do have a couple other options. Oh, the typewriter. Shut it with the typewriter. Should I get you down a little closer so you can see better? Oh, leftover paper goes in my pile. And then I have these. I don't tend to use this stuff very often. These little pockets. It came with the kit. I don't use them very often. But here, all of these I can make tags out of. The little journal cards. Same with these. Oh my gosh, look at that. Definitely has to go in the book. And then all these little phrases. So I think it's going to be between, for the cover, it's going to be between the typewriter, and I really, really like these two images here. Although this one's really cute too. I'm leaning toward her. If you guys want to vote, you sure can. Typewriter or books for the cover? Typewriter or books? Share. Tell me what you think. Aren't they so sweet? Her mom was Catherine, and Dad always called her Kitty. How sweet is that? We grew up with all sorts of kitty comments and kitty things for Mom over the years. Wish she was still here. The kitty journal would have been perfect for her. Dad, baby, still in my heart. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. It's adorable, isn't it? So kudos to the person who put this together, the designer. All right, you can vote. Now I want to update you on a couple of things if you don't mind. I will be doing some cruise administrative stuff today. For those of you who are cruising with us in February, the first Crafty Chicks cruise is happening February 21st through the 26th, 2026. So in like about 6 months. We are cruising from Miami with a couple of stops in the Caribbean. It's going to be fun. We are going to craft a bit. We are going to do a whole lot of fellowship getting to know each other, spending time together, eating our meals together, if you'd like to. All of it is optional. You don't have to hang out with us, but I sure hope you will. The whole idea is to get Crafty Chicks together. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a little bit of that today. Really want to get the hotel figured out for us for the night before in Miami. I am going to call and leave another message today for the 2 hotels that I'm down to and see if they can please call me back to get that confirmed. And then I will share that in the private group for cruise goers. And I will email those of you once I have that hotel confirmed so that we can start booking our rooms. Okay. That being said, the other thing I wanted to mention, I am doing a challenge. I'm going to host a fall challenge inside the Crafty Chicks Club. If you are not a member of the Crafty Chicks Club, I'm going to go get you the link to that. Please join the club. I do this about twice a year with subscribers. So here's what's going to happen this time. I'm opening it up to everybody. Let me give you the link to the Crafty Chicks Club. The challenge will be free and just for fun inside the Crafty Chicks Club. Here's the link to that club so you can go over and join. It's a free crafting community here on Facebook. So join the free club. I will share all of the images that I am challenging you to use. I'm going to give you about 12 fall themed images. You take any one or all of them. It doesn't matter to me. You can use any of them to create a project or as many projects as you want and share them in the club with a hashtag I give you. That's the challenge. I'll give you a bunch of copyright free. Some of them are like old images. They're very cool. I'm going to be sharing them in the club. You take them, you print them off on fabric, on rice paper, on regular paper, whatever you want. And then you can use them however you want to create a project and share it with a hashtag in the club. That's just gonna be fun. You'll get to see how everybody else, what photos they chose to use or graphics. And then it's just really cool to see all the different ways that our creative minds work and share and inspire each other inside the club. Now, if you are a Facebook subscriber, subscribers are going to be eligible to win gift cards. So I do this twice a year with them. And I'm just going to include everybody on the challenge part, the prizes part. If you want to be eligible for $10 to $25 Amazon gift cards that I'll give away to subscribers. If you are a subscriber at the end of the challenge, I'll put everybody's name on a random wheel of names and choose a few of you to win some Amazon gift cards. You have to be a subscriber to win the prizes. So to become a subscriber, just go to the page, go to the subscriber hub and sign up. It's $1.99 a month to support the page and to be eligible for prizes a couple of times a year through this. Okay. Yeah. Cheryl loves a good challenge. Well, girl, I got one coming at you. It is going to hit this afternoon. I'm going to put all this information inside the Crafty Chicks Club. I will also share it in the subscriber hub, which is a private tab on the page for people who are basically gifting $1.99 a month to support the page. So I go live basically once a week with them for behind the scenes stuff. And I do 2 big challenges a year with them. And so we're going to do this one now. I hope you do the challenge. Yes. Carol's up for it. Sounds like Cheryl's up for it. Good. I love it. I love it. If you are watching this from over on YouTube, you are welcome to come on over to Facebook and join us for this challenge. Would love to have you join us. You guys, I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. It's Monday, girls. We got to get our stuff together. I will finish working on this on Monday on Whatnot. Please, if it's working, this is the Whatnot project that I've been doing 8:15 on Monday mornings on Whatnot. I will work on it some more on Monday on Whatnot. If you are a Whatnot subscriber, it just was not working today. I could not get it going and I did not want to miss this session. So that's why I decided to come on over to YouTube and Facebook and share this. If you're not on the Telegram channel, that's the place to get those notifications. If you don't know where I am and when I'm going live, it is best to be on the Telegram channel because that's where I always post those notifications and links for you guys. All right, girls, hearts to you. Okay, we can do a heart with a cat. Hearts to you. Have a perfect day, as Debbie's been saying. I love that. I love that so much. You guys, many blessings. God bless you. Have a good day, and I'll catch you later.